causes. So what's going on with JD?
Okay, so I'd like to introduce a friend of mine, old friend of mine. I used to MC at Spirit West Coast, which is a big, huge Christian music festival. Just thousands of people would go to this in Monterey and also down in San Diego area in Del Mar. And they were just massive events, kind of Christian Woodstocks, if you will. And I met this guy who's a very interesting guy. His name is Jeff Hilliard.
All right, come on up, Jeff.
Jeff, if you can kind of come and join us.
You guys have both been fired more than I can.
Yeah. Don't mention fired again. I'll
just. You guys been fired.
I'll have PTSD. I mean, I really
all do.
Wow. JD, I didn't know.
We've been fired by some of the best and the worst.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen the Howard Stern movie. I won't say anymore.
That's not reality, though.
No, I'm so glad it's not like that. You know?
Reminds me of never being a radio guy. That's just not the right thing to do.
Right.
I don't know what we were thinking, but
no, I don't either.
Well, this guy, besides being Jeff Hilliard, is the Monkey Commando who would take the stage and shoot these monkeys off of. Actually, you let me shoot it too.
Oh yeah.
Which was a whole lot of fun. I mean, firing these things.
Well, here's the gun. Let me.
Okay.
You got to see
we got
the
a
gun.
monkey gun too. So
Here's
anybody want a monkey?
here's the monkey
Fire
gun
it.
right here. Okay.
Look at this
I'll
thing.
lay this right out here. I think that's probably. Is that okay? Everybody can see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Can everybody see that? Okay, we got a good angle on it.
Good. So
sit up there and
this is the monkey cannon. How
the
about
monkey
that?
gun.
That's it.
The monkey gun.
So tell me how this works and how did this come about anyway?
Oh, this is the good part of the story. So, in 2006, I think it was, my CPA came to me and said, listen, you need to go spend some capital money in your company because you're making too much money and you're going to pay the IRS.
Right, yeah, give it away.
That's a tough problem to have. So I started thinking, I do a lot of Christian concerts with folks. I need a T-shirt cannon.
Oh, yeah.
And so I ordered this $7,000 T-shirt cannon.
Wow.
That we call Goliath, by the way. And it's
a Gatling gun is what it is.
Yeah, this will shoot a tennis ball 1,000 feet.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah, this thing's got
just
a lot of
not at
horsepower.
me, okay? Not at me.
Can we take this out to the parking lot and give it a try? I'd love to do that.
Sounds like
so
fun.
when I get this thing, a friend of mine comes up to me in his pickup truck, and he's got a stack of these stuffed monkeys in it. And he said, hey, listen, forget the T-shirts. Let's try to stuff a monkey in there. And I look at this monkey, I'm going, it's a little big around. We did take a broom handle, and we stuffed a monkey in this thing, and I walked outside my office door, and there's this empty parking lot with a hippie freak on a cell phone, and he's 100 feet away. He's looking the other direction. And he's talking on his phone. I said, watch this. And I launched this monkey right over his head, lands in front of him, and the poor dude starts freaking out.
He freaked out.
And he's telling the guy on his flip phone, you know what? A monkey just fell out of the sky.
Nice.
This is a true story.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
And so this is how I think. I said, hey, Larry, give me another monkey. And he did. And I shot a second one over there. And the guy said, I'm out of here. And he backed his way into his office and didn't come back out and left the monkey in the parking lot. And I said,
some people just don't like monkeying.
I guess. We were monkeying around. And so I asked the guy, Larry, I said, hey, how much are these monkeys? He said, $3 a piece. I said, I want 500 of them.
Wow.
And we took those to Spirit West Coast, and JD will fill you know what happened there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we used to fire them from this cannon, and they got so popular that we decided we were going to put little T-shirts on them.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to order T-shirts for a stuffed monkey?
I have not tried that. Not even.
It's interesting.
Thought about it.
I actually heard the conversation going on from our people at K-Love, and this conversation was, I'm looking for T-shirts for stuffed monkeys, and they said, no, this isn't a joke. No, this isn't. Of course, you're not gonna. Who is this? This is my.
It makes me think of a TV show I grew up watching that had some undue influence on me for career choices, which may have not been Dr. Johnny Fever, WKRP in Cincinnati. I mean, that sounds like that flying turkeys thing.
WKRP. Oh my goodness,
now your firings are starting to make sense to me.
Exactly.
Oh, we could tell you stories, but we can't because unless I call my lawyer first.
I mean, what a great idea, because T-shirts, everybody sees T-shirts shot out of something, but something different like a monkey would catch people's attention, right?
Yeah,
A
you know
little
what
bit.
was kind of unique is they gave me the nickname Monkey Commando, which I absolutely hated.
Oh, really?
With the fatigues, with all of
Nice.
that.
Right, you got to
Yeah,
dress up the part there.
Yeah, and it turns out that when we launch Monkeys, we get more applause than the headlining bands, which
Wow.
is also not kind of cool.
Right.
I remember a few bands that took offense to that. But anyway, you know, we want the Monkey Commando, and this
Boom.
is being screened by 30,000 people. You
Well,
know,
yeah.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah, flying monkeys. Yeah,
You
yeah.
got it.
Why
And
not?
so it's pretty hot stuff.
Yeah,
And,
it is very cool.
And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. So what ended up happening is after this concert was over, I got a phone call from a chaplain in the military, and he said, "Are you the Monkey Commando?" And I said, "Who are you?" You know? He tells me who he is, and he said, "Listen, that cannon you got is awesome. Can you come to my military base and launch monkeys to the kids?"
Oh, wow.
Soldiers.
Right,
And I
right.
said, "Oh, come on. You were at that event, correct, in Monterey?"
Yeah, that was actually Sunday following because Spirit West Coast would wrap up
Right.
on Saturday. And then Sunday, this was just sort of an extra thing. A couple artists
Wow.
came by, and that was a Presidio of Monterey, which, by the way, is some lovely real estate. I
Right.
would love to own.
Yeah,
Oh, my
exactly.
goodness, beautiful there. But we started firing them, and from that led to a connection that you couldn't have. I mean, you wouldn't believe if you're
Yeah.
back there saying, this
Yeah.
is going to happen.
Right.
So let's just say this chaplain was so impressed with this whole event. He said, I've never done an event in my entire career like this because these little kids remembered
Right.
what this monkey's all about. And they remember which event they were at.
Right,
It was,
right.
it was a Jesus event. And,
Right.
wow, this is
It's
incredible.
pretty powerful. Yeah.
He gets transferred to the Pentagon
Oh, wow.
as the assistant to the chief of chaplains of the Army.
Oh, wow.
Now this opens up a whole new door because that's when they bought me the uniform and said, "Here's a military uniform that says Monkey Commando on the shirt."
Nice.
You know, just embarrassing to me because I've never been in the military.
Right.
Love serving the military,
Sure.
but I'm not a military guy. Then they asked me to come to the Pentagon and shoot monkeys out of
Wow.
the cannon at the 9/11 memorial service.
Oh, wow.
I kid you not, and I
Wow.
did that 3 straight years in a row.
Oh, that's pretty incredible.
And that started a military tour that we went on to bring Christian bands and the Monkey Commando to
Wow.
military bases. And at Fort Hood, Texas,
Right.
I was talking to a chaplain at one of these events and said, if I had all the money in the world and I could give you something to give to your soldiers, what would it be? And he said Bibles, and that's where these Bibles
Okay.
came from.
Okay.
So how about that? So
Yeah.
that's the Operation Worship Bible.
Nice.
We
Nice.
created these things, and the bottom line is that after a period of about a year, we got these things into production. Billy Graham donated the first Bibles to us.
Okay.
He
Wow.
gave us 6,000 Bibles.
Oh, wow.
Which, by the way, you might remember that we brought those down to the next Spirit West Coast. We brought 6,000 big study Bibles, and we asked people just to put a message of encouragement in the front.
Sure.
So we passed them out at Spirit
Right.
West Coast.
Right.
That was an amazing experience because half the big guys that were signing these were in tears when they're writing
Oh,
it.
wow.
And I
Wow.
couldn't figure out what's going on. That's
Right.
really interesting. We had our video cameras rolling out there.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
And they said, you know what? This reminds me of my days in Vietnam. Most of these
wow.
guys were Vietnam vets. And
Sure.
they said, had I had one of these things in Vietnam, it would have changed my entire life. Right?
Wow. Wow. That's pretty powerful.
We also weren't asking for money.
Right.
We weren't really sure what we were doing, and people said, "Where's your buckets for money?" And
Oh,
so we
wow.
got 5-gallon buckets, passed them around. Do you remember that whole thing?
yeah.
We
Right.
collected $10,000,
Wow.
and
that's
I
incredible.
remember putting that in our motorhome, thinking, "I'm going to get killed over this money. This
Right.
is crazy." And we started a nonprofit foundation.
Oh, wow.
Because of that, and as of today, we have deployed 1.7 million Bibles
That's incredible.
out
That's
of
incredible.
Sacramento,
Wow. Out of a little Sacramento.
Rockland, actually.
Right. Rockland. Yeah. Little Rockland. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
not sure the city of Rockland even knows what we do there.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
an
not sure we
incredible
know.
story. So,
Yeah.
how many years ago did you start doing this? I guess.
2006.
Okay. I mean, that's not terribly long ago. I mean,
No,
yeah.
no. But here's the other part. You might notice I'm wearing 4 wedding rings.
Okay.
So in 2006, right after we started this, I had 3 cardiac arrests and I died 3 times. in a
Oh,
row.
geez.
And each time I died, my wife bought me another wedding ring.
Wow. The things you got to do to get a ring or
Right. Yeah, no kidding. So I have survived 3 cardiac arrests.
Wow.
I had throat cancer in 2011.
Wow.
I survived that. I had a heart attack in 2012, and I had a stroke in 2015.
What are you, a cat?
Wow. And I'm in pretty doggone good health now.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't guess that by looking at you as we just met, right before the podcast. And, if somebody said, hey, does that guy look like he ever had one heart attack? I wouldn't have guessed that. So, I mean, that's incredible.
And when we started this, we figured, if we get 25,000 Bibles out there,
Right.
it'll be awesome.
Right, that's a lot of
And
people
we're
to
at
reach.
1.7 million right now.
Wow,
and
that's amazing.
Still going.
That's
we
amazing.
printed 70,000 a month ago.
Right. What can people do if they would like to help out with the cause? If they would like to, make a donation or
JD,
donate
this
their
is your
time?
department, man. This is where you shine.
Well, no, I don't. I hardly ever shine. But I will say that it's really easy. It's $6 roughly is what it takes to get a Bible in a service member's hands.
Okay.
So if you do the math, which I'm not really good at because I was in radio.
Right, you're a DJ.
Yeah, we don't do math.
Yeah.
But this is kind of simple.
Okay.
You can do one Bible, $6. If you want to donate, you could do 10 Bibles, that's $60.
Sure.
Maybe you want to do 100 Bibles.
Right.
Well, easy math, $600.
Right.
So, and you just go to the Operation Worship website.
And what is that website?
And that website is, it's operationworship.com.
Easy enough.
Doesn't get
Easy
any
enough.
easier than that. And there's options for donating if you would like to, and put one of these in the hands of a service member. Maybe you have a son or a daughter who's in the military, or husband, wife, whatever it may be.
Family member.
Yeah, and you could do it like in their name.
Right.
That'd be
Well,
really
my,
cool.
My son was in the Air Force, and, obviously, being in the military right now, I can't even imagine what those guys and girls are going through with the insecurity that we're kind of facing as a country, as a global unit, whatever term you want to use. And so, this book is a good thing to have, right?
Oh,
A
yeah,
good thing to have right
absolutely.
at your
And
side.
it's so interesting. Your son was in the Air Force. So was my son.
Oh, wow.
See, I was in the Army.
Yeah, I knew that
military
you-
police
right.
during the Vietnam era.
Okay.
And so I told him, I said, okay, I was in the Army. I said, go in the Air Force.
Right, right,
And so-
right.
and so he
that's what we
did.
told my son, and his grandfather was career Air Force. My dad was in Korea during the Vietnam era, and I have an uncle that was a POW in Vietnam. So I grew up in kind of a military
Wow.
type of family,
Yeah.
and knowing the challenge, I didn't go due to a health situation I had and still have, but I would have went. I would have served just because that's the kind of family I was a part of, and that was a pretty normal thing. But just think about what this book can do for that family member that's in the military right now.
And it's crazy. And the foreword was written by Will Graham,
Oh,
Billy
wow.
Graham's grandson.
Oh, wow.
And he talks about Billy going to the Korean War and handing Bibles out back in those days, which is
Mm-hmm. Right.
really fascinating.
Right.
Because the Bible hasn't changed. It's the same
Right.
book
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
And so, yes, and there's also a couple of pages in the front where you can write a message to somebody.
Okay, great.
Which is kind
Yeah.
of cool. So if you
Yeah,
decide
to your
want
military member, hey son, I love you, and
Yes.
and God bless and peace. And I always my philosophy of life and everything is about, if you're giving a valuable tool like this, what you guys are doing, or radio like JD and I have done for years, it's really our responsibility to reach people in a positive way and
Yeah,
try
you're right.
try to motivate people, and especially in the way things are right now. And so I think this is very valuable.
Something to think about when we first did this at Fort Hood, Texas. I was stunned by how many of the guys picked it up. Now, you can't hand somebody a Bible legally in the military
Right.
anymore.
They
right?
have to kind of pick it up
But
themselves.
you put them on a pallet and somebody
Right.
wants to grab one.
Right.
What percentage of soldiers getting on to go to the Middle East grabbed a Bible? How many of them?
I would say 80%.
It was 99%.
I'm not surprised by that.
Wow.
at
Right,
all.
and
Yeah.
you got a 70-pound pack.
Right.
And here's a pound, another pound, right?
Right,
You want
right.
to make room for this, and they all said, "You betcha."
Yeah.
So that was a real surprise to me. Doesn't matter what you believe. You look at this, and you're heading onto a plane to head to the Middle East.
Right.
You're going to grab one.
Yeah, and I mean, in the military, I mean, you're busy working and doing your job, but there's a lot of free time where you're thinking about a lot of things and wondering, about your mission, wondering about your life mission, and to have this book, as you face those challenges, we got to remember, most of the people that are in the military go in very young, right? They go in very young.
kids.
Yeah, maybe they grew up in the church. Maybe they didn't grow up in a church or religious background. But this book is a great introduction, right? It's to read the words yourself and to grab something. I always say, I don't care what your religious background is. Everybody can get something out of this book.
Yeah. Oh,
One way or another, get something out of this
There's
book.
a new piece of technology coming out that I just told JD about a couple of days ago. It's a mind blower. Our publisher has just come out with a new patented process with a cell phone and our Operation Worship Bible.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard of this concept until a couple of days ago. Listen to this. You're in the Marines. You've got one of our Operation Worship Marine Bibles.
Sure.
You got it opened up to a page, whatever page
Right,
it is.
right.
You open this app up called the Filament app. You open it up, take a picture of that page, and it will come up with all the Marine commentary for that page.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Think about that one.
Well, that's incredible.
I don't even know how my toaster works.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Which is why you've been fired so many times.
So if we could just give the basic information again of how folks can get a hold of you if they want to get involved in making sure that a military member has this book in their hands, or the availability to get it in their hands.
You betcha. It's operationworship.com.
Okay.
I'll even give you my cell phone number. So anyone wants to
Okay.
call me directly, it's
Sure.
916-205-2200, and I will personally
Can you
answer
repeat that
phone.
again?
Yeah, 916-205-2200. And I'm Jeff Hilliard.
Okay.
And I'll answer your call personally. You
Okay.
betcha.
Okay. I think this is great. We all want to support our military, and this is a great way to support the military right now. Very difficult times for all of us, whatever we're doing. So help out if you can. And the website, one more time.
Operationworship.com.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us on the Rex Show podcast.
Thank you.